Hi, I'm Dennis and welcome to Master the Board. Today I'm gonna give you the summary of a week of skimboarding, and actually it was a good week. As you can see, the weather was fine and I had a skimboarding session, probably the best session I've had up until now. And also let's talk about the equipment that I'm using. I have my skimboard here. Well, it's just a wooden skimboard, wood in the front, wood in the back, 1 meter and 3 high. Probably not the best board in the world, probably way too small for me and for my weight, but I just bought a board that I could easily buy just in a local shop here. Nothing too advanced, nothing too expensive, just good enough for the first steps, or at least that's what I presume, that it will be good enough to have the first steps and to learn it. And once I am progressing, then probably I can progress also in the board that I'm using. But for now, just a wooden board, waxed it up. Also nothing special with the wax, just the wax from the local store. Of course, in line with the water temperature, all things that I learned through watching some YouTube movies of how to skimboard and what to do. And then, well, that's my equipment that I'm using, nothing more than that. And I can just go out and play. And well, we will see where it takes me. You always have to start somewhere, isn't it? Now let's come back to the progress I made so far, and let's compare the first video ever recorded, my first try at skimboarding, and where I am right now. If we compare those two videos, I think you will clearly see a difference. Especially when we put those two videos together, then you can really see the difference. But I have to be honest, this isn't a progress that I made in only 1 week. It's actually a progress over several weeks, because the duration between the first attempt and where I am right now is about a month. Now, I didn't practice for a full month. I think if you summarize everything together, then probably I practiced for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that. So that's the progress that I really made. And well, it all starts very small, with a first attempt, a second attempt, a third attempt. You have to keep trying, you have to keep sliding wave after wave. And well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But well, I never give up and I just try each time again, over and over again. During that month I also practiced with the kids, controlling the board, first at the sand, making some turns, getting a little bit of a feeling with how the board reacts to your body, if you shift your hips, if you make some turns. In between we also did some other exercises. Pretty amazing what she's doing there. And then of course also besides the dry run, the wet run, practicing in the water, pulling them through. Well, actually I wished someone could pull me that far as well. And then at a certain moment, after endless practice rounds, it just comes all together. It just clicks and it all fits, and then suddenly you are really sliding. So I would say enjoy my first real slide. while editing the videos, I noticed that my body isn't that fit anymore, or at least not how it used to be. I used to be pretty deep into sports, mainly athletics, and well, I just see the difference. So if I want to become better in skimboarding, I realize now that it's not only about skimboarding, it's also about gaining more flexibility again and becoming stronger again, being able to run faster again, and well, just improving the physical health and in general just becoming more athletic again. So I will also include that into my adventure, that it's not purely about skimboarding, but that it's also about physical exercises, going for a run, doing some exercises, some strength exercises. And for now, I will go for a run. Back at the beach today. The weather isn't that fine anymore. It's even a little bit of rain right now. And it's still morning, and I'm going to skimboard in the morning, because on a Sunday morning normally I go for a long run. But last week I noticed that skimboarding after running, that I actually already feel it in my legs that I've done something. So today I'm turning it around. I'm going for a skimboarding session first and then going for a run afterwards. So right now, just have some fun and play. It was a good session. It was fun to do. I mainly focused on controlling the board, making some turns, some lefts, some rights, trying to spin the board, and well, actually for the first time ever I managed to make a 180 degrees turn. Probably it all looks very stupid on camera, but you know, you have to start somewhere, isn't it? And now I'm going to prepare myself for my long run, because to be good at skimboarding you also need to stay fit, of course. So that's what I'm up to right now. A good run as well. I was able to keep the heart rate low pretty easily, although running at the beach is still quite a lot harder than running, for example, in the park or something. In the meanwhile, it also started to rain. And I still have to do some work in our apartment, upgrading our apartment, renovating the apartment. So I will close off the week here and focus on those things as well. Next week I will be back with a new summary of my progress in skimboarding. So please give me a thumbs up if you like this video and if you want to encourage me in learning and if you want to encourage my progress in skimboarding. And subscribe to my channel if you want to follow these adventures. And don't forget, if you want to start with something new, or if you want to learn something that you've never done before and it all starts very small or perhaps even very stupid, don't bother about it. We all have to start somewhere, isn't it? See you next week. Bye.